Good morning, Math 10 students, or good afternoon or good evening, depending on when you get around to watching this. Today we're doing part 3 of 7.4. We're doing Check Your Understanding number 3 on page 422. We're continuing on with learning the method of substitution for solving systems of linear equations. All right, so this one says solve this system by substitution. So I've written the two equations on the board. I'll tell you right off the bat, I noticed that this y is isolated and is equal to this. So if I wanted to, I could go ahead and substitute this in for y in my other equation right away. Now I am going to have a lot of fractions, but that's fine. At this point you should be able to do that. The method I'm going to show you today is kind of eliminating the fractions a little bit, as much as we can actually, and going from there. But I'd encourage you to try taking this, substituting it for y, and see if you can solve for x and then y. Okay, so what we're going to do is eliminate these fractions, and we learned about this in actually chapter 6. If we multiply a whole linear equation by the lowest common multiple of our denominators, we can get rid of the denominator, right, and just have an integer for our top, so no fractions. So if I look at this, the multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, etc. And 5 would be 5, 10, 15. Oh, stop right there, because I said 10 for both, right? So the first number you hit when you're doing multiples is your lowest common multiple. So in this case, it was 10, okay? So I would multiply each of these terms by 10. Okay, so I'd say 1/2 x multiplied by 10 minus 4/5y multiplied by 10 equals -2 multiplied by 10. Each term is multiplied by that 10. Okay, 10 divided by 2 is 5, 5 times 1 is x. 10 divided by 5 is 2, multiplied by -4 is -8. -2 times 10 is -20. Okay, so I've simplified. This is the same as this, right? They are equivalent. If I graphed this and I graphed this, same line, okay? So let's go over here. I've got 4 and 8. So the lowest common multiple for those is 8. Okay, so I'm just going to go right ahead and multiply 8. Okay, that would be 8y, 2x, minus 3. Okay, I just went through that quickly. So now I have these two equations, and I notice that if I look at the x's, there's no really easy relationship. If I look at the y's, oh, -x and +x. Why don't I see, let's make this one positive, and then we can do substitution really easily. So let's rearrange this equation. If I move this to the other side of the equal sign, it's positive, and then I'll move this over here, 5x plus 20. Okay, great. So now I've got 8x equals this, and 8y. 8y equals this, and 8y equals this. So I can use substitution now. I could take this, and in my other equation, anytime I see an 8y, put it in. So, oh, there's an 8y, so let's put that in. 5x plus 20 equals 2x minus 3. Okay, now I can solve for x. All right? So let's go ahead and do that. So that would be 5x minus 2x, okay, equals -3 minus 20. Let's combine those like terms. 3x equals -23. So x would equal -23 over 3. Now right now you might be thinking like, ugh, I don't like that answer. That seems wrong because it's not an integer. It's not something even. But a lot of these questions are going to be fraction answers. So believe it or not, like it or not, that is our answer. So now if we want to solve for y, what we need to do, I'll just make some space over here. We need to take one of those original equations, okay, and plug in our x. I think actually what I might do, I'll just grab this one, okay? That was one of our, after we got rid of the fractions and we rearranged things. This is still equivalent though. So why don't we do that? 8y equals 2, rather than putting my x, I'm going to put in -23 over 3 minus 3. So we are back to fractions now, but there's nothing we can do. All right, so 8y equals -46 over 3 minus 3. Okay, again, we're trying to solve for y. 8y equals, let's combine these terms now. Let's get a common denominator. Okay, 8y equals negative 46 minus 9 is minus 55 over 3. Now we have 8y equals negative 55 over 3. Let's divide both sides by 8. And we know that dividing, if we have a fraction we're dividing by 8, that's the same as multiplying by the reciprocal, okay, which would be 1 over 8. So let's work that out. Negative 55 times 1 is negative 55. 3 times 8 is 24. So let's see if that's right. Negative 55 over 24? It sure is. So, again, you may not like these answers, but these are the answers. X is negative 23 over 3, and y is negative 55 over 24. And if I took these two fractions and I plugged them back into my first two equations, the left side would equal the right side. And I know a lot of you guys would not like doing that because of all the fraction work, but it would work. Okay, so that's it for your check your understanding. Number 3 on page 422. So very good. And your assigned questions to work on today are on page 425, number 8A, and 19A and B. Let me just turn to those for a second and look at them. Number 8A, yeah, just do A. If you want to work it out, you can do B, but you don't have to. And number 19A and B. Now, when you get to 19, I am going to have you try to do 2 of those. And if you want more practice, I highly recommend C and D. Okay, that'll give you a little more practice with the fractions. So, yeah. If you have any questions or you want me to put up another video of any of these, feel free. I'm happy to do that. Or if you'd like a picture of my work, I've done all the questions. I'm happy to share it with you once you've given it a try yourself. All right, thanks for listening and have a wonderful day.